and I'm happy to take any questions and go over anything in the paperwork that you want. Show you any of my articles.
Any questions or comments?
I have comments.
Sir.
First, you said, I've had a chance to read the bill, and I don't think I misconstrued too much in the bill.
Okay.
So, my opinion is to keep guns out of the hands of those persons. If you have a loose gun law, and everybody have a gun, we're having a national thing now. Kids taking guns from their parents, going into schools, shooting and killing people.
Sir, I understand that.
So what I'm saying, I don't feel that I misconstrued anything when I said what I said in the paper.
Gives guns to everyone.
Yeah.
You said the bill gives guns to everyone.
I said that. The way I could have misconstrued that. But the way the bill reads, it gives everybody a chance for a gun.
Sir, no one authorizes people to have guns. There are extremely strict anti-gun in school laws in Ohio, and it didn't stop that kid from going in there and shooting those people. Gun laws don't stop people, just like the 5 articles from last week's Eagle and Sun. None of those kids get permits. None of them care about laws. Frankly, none of them have been charged with violating a gun law. They've been charged with murder and armed robbery.
But many times kids copycat things. If it's happened up here, kids would try to do it here. You don't know where the next incident's going to take place with guns.
Laws aren't going to stop that. I understand your opposition, but laws don't fix your perception of the problem, which I don't disagree with your perception of the problem, but laws don't stop that. I can prove it to you.
And I know about
Sir?
my understanding, my interpretation of the bill. I think I'm on the right track.
Well, I heard you.
I'll explain the reason I voted. I, for one, didn't think anything we did here on the commission when it comes to state law, whether we do a referendum for a bill or against a bill, it has absolutely no binding, no legal authority, just like an opinion as a group.
Yes, sir.
So I knew I was not going to impact any gun laws in the vote. The way I see the bill is changing nothing other than the cost of the permit.
It doesn't change the cost of the permit either, sir. $1 has been in state law for 100 years.
Yeah, when we charge 20 or 30. I would think
And I don't know why that is either.
Well, that's probably the biggest issue.
Not my complaint. I'll pay it.
And that's what I see. I just didn't think anything, and nothing the commission can do. We have no power to regulate gun laws as they are, I don't believe, in my opinion.
No, not at all.
So
I agree.
If we sat here and said we want to make a resolution to do away with guns in Coffee County, it would have absolutely no value because it'd be struck down because we don't have that power.
Sir, were you not sending that to Representative Moore and Senator Holly?
That was just sending it to the Sheriff's Association, and we did stand behind that. Whether or not, that's right. So that is an opinion, but it has no legal binding other than just...
I never implied so, sir. But it does imply that our representatives should vote the way the Sheriff's Association, a private organization that is anti-gun and anti-constitution, and the only support they gave us was it's bad and it's equivalent to road rage. And you are implying that the county, by being my county representatives, are supporting the sheriff in defeating this bill. And it's very lengthy, but I read through most of the state laws on how the county commission operates and what they do, and I understand most of your duties. None of them involve representing the citizens of Coffee County. And you said you didn't mean to intend it that way. But if it's coming from this commission and going to our legislators, Barry Moore, it's on his commission right now, and he's demonstrated he's clearly anti-gun, and you're throwing the support of the county commission behind that. And he doesn't even know what it's about because he thinks it's an open carry bill. So he's operating in ignorance, and he's being supported by a county who, by your own opinion, said didn't really look into it fully. And that's why I'm here, is just to really expose fully what this bill is and what it does. And these are the facts that I laid out for you. Mr. Brooks read the bill, and he seems to see in there that it gives away guns, but it doesn't. But
Have that bill been studied.
Oddly enough, sir.
Look after the constitutionality of that bill.
Excellent question. It's restoring the constitutionality of Alabama laws. You'll look in the little handout that I gave you on there. Article 26 of the Alabama Constitution says that we have a right to bear arms in defense of ourselves and the state. Nothing else. Nothing about militia or confusing like the U.S. Constitution. Article 36 in the Constitution says, no law shall be made to infringe on those rights in any way, shape, or form. You can't touch them. And that was a statement that I made earlier. In 2010, the Alabama Supreme Court said, we will protect the firewall between legislation and rights. Everything below Article 36, which is where Article 26 is with the guns, is protected from legislation entirely. So every gun law in the books that stops a citizen who's not been convicted by due process is unconstitutional. This bill is an effort to restore constitutional law in Alabama. It hasn't been challenged in court, the unconstitutionality of them, the ones that are on the books. This one will not in any way infringe on the Constitution. It heads more towards it.
I guarantee you, if the bill passes, then that will be the time when the citizenry will have a chance to challenge it in the courts and carry it on further.
They can challenge it all they want. The citizens under Article 2 are empowered to change the Constitution in any way, shape, or form they want to. If you look at, memory eludes me, but I believe it's Article 27, it's the privilege to vote. It's also protected in the Bill of Rights of Alabama Constitution. It calls voting a privilege, and it gives the legislature the authority to set up voting laws and describe who can vote and how they can vote. No such statement exists under gun law. There is no transfer of authority in any way, shape, or form to delegate how guns are metered or registered or checked or followed. It doesn't happen anywhere in our law. So if it comes up under a constitutional challenge, the only thing you'll find out is there are still gun laws on the books that are infringing on our rights, like charging $1 to carry concealed. Because telling me how I can carry is an infringement on my rights, and it's legislation that causes that. And since Article 36 says no legislation will infringe on our rights, it can't be done. So you'll find that it cannot be challenged constitutionally because it works the other way.
Any other questions or comments?
I appreciate the man coming, explaining his thoughts. I've always been willing to listen to all sides of any thoughts on anything that comes up, either in person or in a commission meeting. And I considered the thoughts of other people, and I'll sit down and read this information that you gave us.
I appreciate that, sir.
Thank you.
I would like to ask the Commission to take the time to read through these bills, and I'll make myself available to answer any other questions. And to the contrary, we'll sit down with the sheriff, and we should recommend that these bills are passed to protect the citizens of Alabama. The other way around.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.